There's way more going on in Spider-Man Brand New Day than anyone expected. We've got some new behind the scenes footage. Plus, Marvel just dropped some major details about what's really happening with these characters. But the biggest mystery? Who's actually the main villain here? Let's break it all down. So here's where things get wild. After the recent Spider-Man fight footage, fans have been asking, who's really pulling the strings behind the chaos? There were some strong rumors pointing towards Mr. Negative and his inner demons gang, especially because it would explain some of the Hulk's strange behavior. I mean, why is he suddenly going full Savage Hulk again? But just this week, insiders started walking their theory back. They're now saying Mr. Negative isn't even in the movie, which raises a ton of new questions. If it's not him, then what triggers Hulk's transformation? What's pushing him over the edge? And that's not all. If Mr. Negative's off the table, then who's left pulling the strings? Let's talk villains. According to outlets like Variety, Deadline and The Hollywood Reporter, we're in for a wild ride. There's apparently a massive three-way showdown between Spider-Man, the Punisher and Hulk. Think of it like a Mexican standoff, where they all clash until the real villain makes their move. But who is that real villain? They haven't revealed it yet. One thing we do know, Michael Mando is officially back as a more comic accurate version of Scorpion. That alone stirs the pot. It opens the door for even more villains to pop up. Now, Tombstone was rumored too, but honestly he just doesn't feel like final boss material. Not compared to someone like Mr. Negative or even Kingpin. And unfortunately Kingpin isn't expected to appear either. So where does that leave us? Well, Marvel finally dropped an official synopsis and it gives us a few breadcrumbs. The synopsis confirms that Marvel's going all in on Punisher. He's going to need a serious upgrade if he's going to keep up with Spider-Man and the Hulk. Because let's be real, without gear, Hulk would flatten him like a bug, or should I say like an ant under Loki's boot. And speaking of Punisher, ever since Kevin Feige confirmed his role, fans haven't stopped sharing that iconic Civil War comic panel, Punisher cradling a broken Spider-Man, desperately trying to save him. It's a brutal image and it might just be a clue. But that's not the only blast from the past Marvel's bringing back. Let's talk web slinging. One of the most exciting things in the Brand New Day footage, practical web slinging is back. And while it might not sound like a big deal, it absolutely is. It makes Spider-Man look way more grounded, way more comic book accurate. Sony leaned into it during Tobey Maguire's era and then dialed it up with tech improvements during Andrew Garfield's run. But when Tom Holland Spider-Man came along, director John Watts scrapped it. He hated the look of it and went full CGI. Now Marvel's brought in a new director, Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi. You can even spot him on set with Tom Holland just days ago. Watts apparently tried to convince Cretton not to use practical web slinging, but clearly Cretton wasn't having it. He doubled down and shot some intense chase scenes using that technique. And that chase scene? Yeah, it's not just for show, there's a lot more happening than meets the eye. In this scene, Spider-Man slinging his way through a full-blown military vehicle chase. There are explosions everywhere and he's trying to yank someone out of the vehicle. According to scoopers, it's not Mr. Negative or the inner demons behind the wheel, it's actually Punisher. And Spider-Man's not just up against him, he's also facing off against Scorpion at the same time. Why? Well, Punisher's doing what he does best, trying to kill villains, and Spider-Man, as always, trying to stop the killing. So we've got a core conflict here, Spider-Man's moral code versus Punisher's brutal justice. Even though Spidey's trying to save Scorpion's life, Scorpion's fighting back too, because of course he is. And this might explain something else too. That mysterious red demon logo we all assumed was for Mr. Negative, what if it's not? That red logo might actually be the new version of Punisher's emblem. Marvel tried to change his logo a couple years back, but fans hated it. They eventually brought it back to the classic look. Recently, Punisher was spotted filming a special presentation in New York City, rocking that classic skull. This new look is supposedly what he'll be wearing in Brand New Day 2. And that special presentation, it's based on the Welcome Back Frank arc, where he takes on Ma Nucci's crime family. That group even popped up in the Punisher Netflix series, which is now officially canon in the MCU. No release date yet, but filming has wrapped up fast. The plan seems to be drop it right before Spider-Man Brand New Day hits theaters. And there's more coming with Scorpion too, and maybe even Venom. Michael Mando's been teasing hard, posting pics from set and even sharing a classic Scorpion and Venom image. That has fans thinking, could Matt Gargan eventually become Venom? It's too soon for that transformation here. Spider-Man hasn't even worn the symbiote yet, but it's a cool nod to what might come later. But here's where it gets really interesting. If Mr. Negative isn't in the movie, then why does Hulk revert to full Savage mode? Some theories say that Scorpion's venom might be the trigger, and something in the venom causes Hulk's mind to fully take over again. Ever since Endgame, Hulk and Banner have shared control 50-50, but if Hulk's mind dominates, Savage Hulk returns. Another comic accurate twist, Hulk might remember that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, because in the comics, Hulk is immune to the kind of magic spell Strange used. And if Hulk remembers Peter, he might also remember who his enemies are. That brings up the last major villain twist. So if it's not Mr. Negative and not Kingpin who's not in the movie, as per Vincent D'Onofrio, then who's this mysterious force unveiling the city from the inside out, as the synopsis says? Here's where it gets really interesting. Monica Oviedo, the movie's costume prop modeler, shared a villain mood board that looks super Japanese samurai inspired. That's got fans speculating. Are we dealing with the Hand? Is Silver Samurai involved? Maybe even Viper? Those rumors have been floating around since last year, and they might actually be real. These characters appear in the Wolverine with Hugh Jackman, so Marvel could be weaving in those threads. Let's go back to that official Marvel synopsis. It reads, after the world has forgotten his name, Peter Parker begins a new chapter in his life, balancing college classes, part-time work, and his responsibility as New York's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That sounds like a love letter to Spider-Man 2 and hints that we're headed to Empire State University in this next trilogy. Then it continues, but when a mysterious force begins to unravel the city from the inside out, Peter finds himself caught between powerful enemies, old legacies, and unexpected allies, as shadows from the past creep into his present. He must redefine what it truly means to be a hero on his own. Those old legacies probably refer to Scorpion and other returning foes. Unexpected allies sound like Hulk and Punisher, and that mysterious force? Still a big question mark. So what do you think? If that villain mood board is legit, could we really be getting Silver Samurai or the Hand as the big bads? We're still in early days here and they've only just started filming, so expect tons more footage and info in the coming weeks. If you spotted any Easter eggs or details I didn't mention, drop them in the comments. I love reading your theories. And if you're hyped for Spider-Man Brand New Day, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.